afternoon and welcome to the Midday News here on CNC3 and the TBC Radio Network. I am Bhavita Gopalchan. Thank you so much for joining us. Top of the news at this time. The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service is warning citizens that verbal as well as online threats to anyone will not be taken lightly. Media ambassador for the TTPS, Assistant Superintendent Owe Russell, says statements which causes fear in others are considered criminal offences and perpetrators can face prison sentences.
Any statement to inflict harm or injure any person from one person to another. An important part of that is that the person who the threat is being made to must apprehend immediate fear. So I must be of the opinion that he is really going to do what he has to do. And a threat can be made by any medium. It can be online. It can be via telephone. It can be dropping a letter in front of somebody or saying, I will deal with you. You know, once that fear is apprehended, you know, that person could be held liable. And
ASP Russell adds that threats were many times not taken seriously depending on the circumstances and environment in which they were expressed. However, he says all complaints of verbal or online threats will be looked into once the person is directed at feels intimidated.
Threat amongst an assault. You understand? Once that person apprehends that fear, and you know, a long time, normally we would warn persons or treat the threats as other matters. You may call the persons. Now, in the Western Division and throughout the police service, there's a drive where persons come to make reports of threats and they indicate, well, I want him warned. We no longer want to do that warning that person over the telephone. We want to come to you personally. So when we come back, we can make pertinent notes.
And the TTPS is admonishing everyone to be mindful of online scams during the Christmas shopping season. Well, confirmation this afternoon that nearly 90% of applications from small and medium pharmaceutical companies seeking approval to import high-quality generic antibiotics have been denied over the last decade, a decision that Pharmacy Retail Business Association President Glenwyn Suchit says has pushed the country into a dangerous shortage and expanded the grip of monopolistic distributors. Suchit described the situation as a manufactured crisis, arguing that TNT is isolating itself from global pharmaceutical standards.
The Chemistry, Food and Drug has seen it fit to deny practically 90% of the companies, small, medium companies, that have been applying to try to get the generic antibiotics of a high standard approved and enter this country. And it was my opinion that that was being done to proliferate the growth of the monopoly in controlling some of those brand name products. We are way beyond the reach of the average citizen pocket.
Suchit said the Chemistry, Food and Drugs Division has consistently denied import approval for reputable generics that meet international standards, clearing the path for distributors to dominate the antibiotic market with expensive branded options.
Our market needs to be opened, and the minister can possibly use his discretion in bypassing Chemistry, Food and Drugs and allowing these things. Or if legislative reform needs to be introduced, we have to do it.
He said that these practices are destroying small pharmacies. On to some other news now. A man has been electrocuted while at a job site in Marabella. According to reports, 53-year-old Sean Collins of Maruga was attempting to unplug a jackhammer when he suddenly fell on his back. He was in a semi-conscious state when other employees tried to assist him. He was taken to hospital, where he died while receiving medical treatment. Residents of farmers of North Manzanilla are pleading for assistance to repair the roadway leading to their homes and farms. The residents say the roads are deplorable and are severely impeding access in and out of their community. Resident Timothy Constantine said some work was done by the authorities, but it is woefully inadequate and has not resolved their issues.
I feel the road's supposed to be fixed and extended further because it are other farmers. It have an old lady and she man. You know the slip and the fall? Them coming here yesterday, no Larry. I'm sorry for them. If you see them people.
Constantine said the roadway has been reduced to mud puddles, resulting in children staying away from school and farmers unable to transport their produce to markets.
You know how them does pass? How? primary school. Is that fair?
Other farmers, some of whom live and work in the area, say their ability to earn an income is being hampered, more so during the festive season. Let's take a short break. We'll be right back.
Only bring on the ham, make it a Mac Foods Christmas. All over the land, make it a Mac Foods Christmas. The best tasting ham.
This year, make it a Mac Foods Christmas with T&T's favorite ham. We have pork, beef, chicken and turkey hams, and even roasted garlic pork for the real taste of a Trinity Christmas.
Make it a Mac Foods Christmas. All over the land, make it a Mac Foods Christmas. The best tasting ham.
Make it a Mac Foods Christmas.
Season's greetings from Secu Credit Union, where we make your dreams come true. Check out our vehicle loan specials, flexible terms and reduced rates until February 2026. Need funds for the holiday season? Take advantage of our $20,000 Sorrel season loan. No hold-on shares and no installment payments required until 2026. Get up to 5 times your shares balance with our personal loans or access up to $1 million for debt consolidation. Contact us at 226-7328 for more info. Secu, supporting expectations, caring for you.
Do you also find putting on shoes awkward? Do it like me. Put them on easily without using your hands. It's like an invisible shoehorn helping you step right into the shoe. You don't even have to bend down. Just slide your foot in and you're done. Try it. Skechers Slip. Hands-free.
Unwrap the biggest Christmas sale of the year. Complete a single vision eyewear from just $279. Or complete single vision transition lenses with designer frames for only $699. Available while stocks last. And many more in-store specials available. Only at Seaview Optical.
We're back, and we came straight to Royal Castle to pick up some delicious food. We got a queen bucket, a king bucket, some royal wings, a family meal, a few combos, some extra sides, a rotisserie chicken, and a snack box. Oh, and that delicious honey mustard sauce, it's really lashing. Rudolph, do you think we should get some for Mrs. Claus and the elves, too? Happy holidays from Royal Castle.
Welcome back in sport. The West Indies endured a tough third day in the field, managing just 4 wickets as New Zealand piled on the pressure in the first test at the Higley Oval. Kemar Roach struck early, removing Davon Conway for 37 and later dismissing Kane Williamson for 9, while OJ Shields claimed the big wicket of Rachin Vijindra late in the day, who top scored for New Zealand with 176 runs. But that wasn't enough to slow the Black Caps, who closed on 417 for 4, a lead of 481 runs. Tom Latham hammered a brilliant 145 earlier to secure the lead. New Zealand will resume tomorrow with Will Young on 21 and Michael Bracewell on 6. On a day after Team TTO announced itself in Peru, Nicholas Paul dominated his way to the men's sprint gold medal. The two-cyclist team of Paul and Makaira Wallace continued to impress at the Costa Verde Pan American Complex in Lima and look set to bring home even more precious medal.
After efficiently moving through the rounds, Nicholas Paul had to contend with Alberto Torres of Venezuela for a spot in the men's sprint final. Torres engaged in a game of cat and mouse against the sprint phenom in the first lap, but on the bell it came down to speed. The Venezuelan went for it, but pretty soon Paul gobbled up the distance between them to cruise to a first ride win. Torres would have to re-evaluate tactics for the second, but the series clincher was much less of a contest in the end as Paul baited his opponent and streaked home to advance. In the other semi, perennial foe Kevin Quintero booked another showdown with the Team TTO sprinter. In the saddle for the gold, Paul was the picture of concentration. A calculated approach from both Olympians was expected, and when Paul attacked, he never looked back. Quintero again no match for the Trinidadian, ride 1 done and dusted. Gauntlet thrown down, ride 2 was Paul's time to increase the pressure. The Colombian pulled ahead briefly, but that's as close as he got to the top. Paul's supremacy on the velodrome in Lima was undeniable, gold in the sprint. Top of the podium in South America once again, Paul's coronation would mark the first time the TNT national anthem was played at the Bolivarian Games. Karen bronze medalist Makira Wallace was as locked in ahead of her semi-final sprint rides against Colombia's Luna Alvarez. Wallace turned the final corner looking good for the first. However, Alvarez had her at the line. Some final words from coach and mechanic Elisha Green, and Wallace got it right, roaring back to grab the second and keep the dream alive. In the decider, Makira was again superior, leading from start to end in the final lap of her semi-final to put herself in medal position once again, this time opposite Karen gold medalist Stephanie Cuadrado.
Well, good work, Paul and Makira. That's it for sport. It's back to break.
Things don't always go as expected. Be ready with Trinry for auto, home, business and group life. Call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Huge insurance premium. Pay your premiums bit by bit with FlexiPay from Trinry. For more manageable auto, home and commercial insurance payments, call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Trinry. Premier insurance coverage for less.
We are your one-stop, most convenient, most helpful, most caring community pharmacy. Our pharmaceutical services include dispensing medicines, repeat dispensing, clinical governance, but we also have a fully stocked convenience store featuring our refreshment aisle, grocery lane, personal care products, toys, pet supplies. We are most conveniently located out of the traffic, just 2 minutes off the highway in Heartland Plaza, in Deba Chaguanas. Contact us on 220-8705 or 470-5938 and visit us soon. Gaming Express Limited is a premium importer and retailer of the highest quality brand name electronics. We stock the widest range of PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, Samsung and Apple devices and accessories. Visit us at Shop 52, Level 2, Gulf City Mall in San Fernando, or contact us by phone or WhatsApp message at 687-7480 or 301-9797 or 798-1280. Like our Facebook and Instagram pages for updates on products and services.
Victor, why are you still living with bad odors? Instantly refresh your spaces with Febreze. Smell like leftover fried food? Instant freshness. Febreze, your home smelling fresh and clean. Find the limited edition at your favorite store or supermarket.
Unwrap the biggest Christmas sale of the year. Complete a single vision eyewear from just $279. Or complete single vision transition lenses with designer frames for only $699. Available while stocks last. And many more in-store specials available. Only at Seaview Optical.
President Dr. Irfan Ali has announced a one-off cash grant of 50,000 Ghana dollars for every person living with disability. He made the announcement marking International Day for Persons with Disabilities. The payout will provide support to more than 27,000 vulnerable citizens. And the president says it is part of the government's push to build a more inclusive Ghana. He said more assistance is coming, including home lots, home ownership, and financial subsidies, along with continued improvements in education and healthcare access. Time for the weather forecast. Today is expected to be cloudy with occasional periods of rainfall, particularly over Trinidad. There is a low chance of isolated thunderstorm activity. Gusty winds and street flooding are likely in the event of heavy downpours. A yellow level adverse weather alert is also in effect until 12 p.m. tomorrow. Seas are moderate with occasional rough waves up to 2.5 meters in open waters and at times choppy, reaching about 1 meter in sheltered areas. The forecast high is 27 degrees Celsius in Trinidad and 29 degrees Celsius in Tobago. Well, thank you so much for joining us for a look at the day's developments so far. We love these stories and so much more coming up for you in a major newscast at 7 p.m. today. Until then, have a great day.